Hello, everybody. This is Cody Gazebo Goki with me,
Barn Cat.
and this is the PlanetSide podcast, episode 4. Today, we're going to be talking about just a few things. And Mr. the Barn Cat, why don't you start off with some news?
All right, so on recent news, there was a bunch of lore was released, which we actually just got done doing a 3-part podcast about it. So you can check it out on our YouTube channel, PlanetSide Podcast. We just pretty much talk about that and kind of try to find information on that stuff.
It.
Yeah, I think we did a pretty good job. So make sure you check that out. If you don't want to read, we pretty much do it for you. Also news is it's been confirmed that each empire will have a empire specific plane,
Yes.
or fighter plane,
That's very important.
which is pretty big because in PlanetSide 1, you have the Mosquito and the Reaver. Every faction can get them.
There were no specific planes in PlanetSide 1, right? There was
No.
tanks, and there
No.
was guns.
Yeah, no, everything was common pool. But, so like the Mosquito and Reaver, everything can get them. In PlanetSide 2, the Mosquito is strictly for Ten Republic.
Mm-hmm.
The Reaver is specifically for,
NC.
what I was saying. And there's a new one called the Dyson, which, it's going to be pretty awesome. And
That's for the Vanu.
we're just going to get started, and we're going to start just talking about that.
So, yeah, like we just touched on, this is new, and I think it probably,
I think this is pretty big, actually.
yeah.
I think it's a huge thing. Because, the Mosquito is...
Well, that's big.
what?
Taking the Mosquito and the Reaver, which were old common pool, and taking them away from other classes, which is the first thing we've seen happen.
Yeah, well, the Reaver and the Mosquito had two very different purposes.
Yes.
Like the Mosquito was very fast. It had like stuff where you couldn't see it on radar.
And it had its own radar. You could find invisible people.
Yeah, and so that was like your really fast plane. It had
The fastest plane.
yeah, and it had a chain gun in the front, and the Reaver is a slower version where it had not only a chain gun but rockets on
Reaver
the sides.
rocket pods.
Yeah. And so that would be like your more like badass, like pretty much tank in the sky, and you would just
A Reaver would destroy. If I was set up as a TR, like a TR Max, and I'd anchored into the ground, that's like dinner for a Reaver. Just unload your rocket pod on them.
Yeah, Reavers are pretty nasty.
And we've seen a few changes in the Reaver since PlanetSide 2 was announced. Because at one point it was a 2-seater, right?
Well, when they started talking about PlanetSide Next, they released a picture of a Reaver and it had 2 seats, which is pretty crazy. Like it kind of looked like an Apache. I'm pretty sure in PlanetSide 2 they're going back to the 1-seater.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I think having the option to have a second seat would be pretty sick. Like, I don't know what the difference would be, but it looks cool.
A second controlled gun would be fun.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, now let me say this though. This is what I don't like, and I love the idea of common pool. I mean, Empire specific planes. I don't like them taking the old planes and then
You'd
taking
rather
them
see
away.
making new ones like the Dyson.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the reason I say this is because I love the Mosquito. I love the fast scouting of the Mosquito, and now that if let's say I play NC, I'm gonna miss that thing.
Well,
I'm sorry, real quick. Is they said you'd be able to change out.
customize them.
Yeah, well, hold on. I'm gonna quote Higby
Yeah,
here.
go for it.
Each of these fighters will serve multiple roles depending on how the player loads out the vehicle. You can configure any of them to be more air-to-air, air-to-ground oriented. You will be able to change out afterburners to get more speed or armor to get more durability, countermeasures, radar dampening, etc. Okay, now this is what I want them to be careful of. So you could change all that stuff around, right? I don't want a Mosquito, Reaver, and Dyson with 3 different names, 3 different body shapes, all doing the same thing.
plane.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I think the Mosquito should still be faster than the Reaver.
Mm-hmm. I think a Reaver should pack a bigger punch than a Mosquito.
Yeah, I think they should all have, like, maybe
Characteristics?
maybe share some of the same common weapons that they can put on them.
Like common weapons that anyone could use, but then still specific weapons?
Specific weapons that only the Reaver can have. Like, if you're a good Reaver pilot, would you be able to outmaneuver a Reaver and in a dogfight, would the Reaver win, or would the Reaver, just because it's slower, like in World War II, like the faster, that's a thing, right? Didn't that happen?
That's a thing.
I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but I'm I'm pretty sure that was a thing. Is the Reaver gonna have a thing where it's if you take this weapon, would it be good against mosquitoes in air?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I just like, if I'm playing NC, for one, they have to be different. If you're going to make them Empire specific, they have to be drastically different, correct?
And they have to be balanced.
And they have to be balanced, but they have to be different.
That is if there's not going to be common pool fighters, like the Manta, which is a fighter. I don't know, something.
It's a Tau.
Yeah, or like the Mustang that every faction can get, which is a generic plane.
In my opinion, take your Mosquito, take your Reaver, keep them common pool. Okay. Take your Dyson, take your NC Flappenfluben. Sorry, I'm not good at coming up with names.
But let's go. Pancakes is the New Conglomerate.
All right.
And then Waffles is Terran Republic.
All right, so Terran Republic, have your Waffles, have like 4 chain guns on it, have it be like a big, slow, I don't want their Empire-specific plane to just be the Mosquito.
It just could be because we're scared of new things.
I am scared of new things. I try not to be that person online that hates every little new thing that comes out, that doesn't like that. But I feel something's off in it.
I think, as me, I play PlanetSide 1. If they could, with all the fluff, and I'm a fan of the fluff, if they could have a way to incorporate why the Mosquito is for Terrans only and Reavers NC only, I think that would be easier, going into it, to not be super jealous.
I'm sitting here, and you're talking about being afraid of change, and I can't articulate why I don't like Mosquito being for NC or TR only. So I'm thinking that maybe they have a point, and maybe I am just afraid of that change.
Well, if you look at the 3 empires, kind of have their own design.
Correct.
The Terran Republic are very sleek, round edges and everything, which is the Mosquito. Especially the pictures I saw in the trailer, they're very round and very sleek. There's nothing really on them. The New Conglomerate are very boxy, which is a Reaver. It's very boxy.
True.
So maybe just even when they made the first PlanetSide, maybe they had that in mind, but they just decided to make a common pool. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying.
Because it's definitely if you look at the screenshots, they definitely look like they belong to that faction.
Yeah. Okay. No. I see that. Especially the Dyson.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. The Mosquito's fast. The Reaver is kind of slow. What do you think the Dyson is going to be?
Maneuverability.
You think?
Yeah. Crazy good maneuverability.
Or maybe utilities and stuff, like the afterburner and stuff. Maybe a shield or something on it.
Well, from what he was saying is you will be able to change out afterburners or armor or durability or countermeasures, radar dampening, etc. I think that we're going to be able to do that either way.
Oh, yeah.
But
I think certain factions will do it differently.
I think the Vanu were always very, I don't know, it was just always easier to aim and shoot a tank. That Mag Rider is just ridiculous. Just roll, strafing in a tank.
Oh, yeah. So you think the Dyson's is going to be its rounds are going to be a lot faster, not like the Reaver where it's kind of slower, it goes to your target?
No. I think TR's rounds are going to be the fastest.
Well, yeah, but the TR is slow, fast, but less damage. You know what I mean? The Dyson would be a fast, but really slow recharge.
Or yeah,
or maybe
the Mag Rider shot.
Charge it up or something. You hold onto it.
So what we're talking about now is they have their common pool. All right, so they are 3 Empire-specific planes. They all share common pool weapons, but then on top of that, they have Empire-specific weapons.
That's what we think is going to happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking now. So if I wanted to, I could put the OK machine gun on my my Dyson, but really, I get that rail gun on top of that thing, and then you're looking at some work. Here's another thing. I can almost guarantee the Wasp is gone.
Well, yeah, the Wasp can be gone. You're gonna have to upgrade your.
Yeah, because you can make a Mosquito air-to-air.
Yeah.
So the Wasp was an old school PlanetSide plane. 2 anti-air shots.
It was a Mosquito that was air to air.
Yeah, it could lock in other aircraft. So that's pretty much gone.
So, but to me, it seems like an air to air Mosquito would be able to kill an air to air Reaver.
Nope.
Just because it's faster.
Yeah, but
Like dogfighting and stuff.
I don't think they're gonna have that kind of physics in where it's like you pull back and you turn that much faster.
Well, supposedly it's going to be very like realistic.
You know what it's gonna be like? It's gonna be like you're tanking or kiting a warrior as a hunter in WoW. You have to shoot him 10 times to kill him. But if he hits you once or twice, you're dead. That's gonna be the Reaver. Hard to get to you, but when he gets to you, you're in trouble.
Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I'm really excited to see what the Dyson looks like too.
I think they have a picture of it.
What?
Yeah, there's a picture of the Dyson's up.
What are you talking about?
It's on their Comcast, the PlanetSide. Go look
What?
that.
Are you
Go look that
serious?
sucker up. Oh no, wait. It might be the Mag Rider that they changed on there.
On the. What the heck are you?
They
talking
have a
about?
picture of the Mosquito, the Reaver, and I think they put the Mag Rider on there.
What the heck are you talking about, man?
What?
Where did I find this?
The Comcast. I think it's part 2 or 3.
I type in what is it? PlanetSide
PlanetSide 2.
2. And what vehicle is it?
Just
Okay, we're back.
are we?
We found the picture. It's of Mag Rider.
Yeah.
We got a Liberator and we got a Mosquito. I've seen these before. But check it out, yo. The Mag Rider in the trailer is different from the Mag Rider,
Right now.
the new one. I think it is.
Yeah.
It looks different.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It's got like a whole backside to it.
I think it looks fantastic. It looks fantastic. The Liberator. Do you think the Liberator is going to be comical?
Yes. Yes, it is. It has to be. I mean, it's a freaking giant bomber.
Yeah.
That's way too cool to leave out.
I mean, in this one, it's NC.
It's got the NC skin on it. Yeah.
I think it looks pretty sweet too.
it looks like it has a huge payload. It's like all fat on the
It
bottom.
looks like those Russian helicopters. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, whatever. And then we got a Mosquito, which is still looking the same, very round and sleek. Like I said, I know myself. Ooh, but look, it's got a bunch of rockets on the side.
It does?
Yep, it's a bunch of like Hellfire rocket things.
There you go.
So I mean, you can put multiple weapons on it. Like it looks like a Mosquito right now with the weapons. I mean, a Reaver. Oh man, this is awesome. And then you get a beautiful sunset, or whatever it is, canyon. If you haven't checked out these pictures, check them out. They're on the
I will link it.
theme of the week. Oh, boom, we got it. We got a beautiful picture of T-Ray. Looking good.
Good.
Dude, this guy worked on Steven Jackson's GURPS. That's awesome. Great job, T-Ray. Yeah.
So to keep this going along, I mean, really, there's only other point we want to talk about, and that's kind of a new segment that we might be returning a few times. Is that it's things that we really wanted to see in PlanetSide that probably aren't going to make it.
Yeah. And the thing I really wanted to see in PlanetSide that probably ain't gonna make it is when I first heard about resources, I thought that there was gonna be, like you say, you want to get the Reaver, the Mosquito, the Dyson, you would spend points or your resources that you had to go and collect. Right now, resources are just for upgrading vehicles, adding guns to stuff,
Weapon
adding weapon attachments, maybe night vision, whatever. There's gonna be a million things. I was really hoping that the vehicles were gonna cost resources.
Some. Okay, continue. Keep going.
For this reason, like in PlanetSide 1, you would see like people would get a Mosquito, and they would drive over a tower, and they would just bail out of it, and the Mosquito would just crash into the ground, and they would go on top of the tower, and they had that Mosquito for like a whole 20 seconds.
It's like a big fancy parachute.
Exactly. And I think if you had the work to get your vehicles, I think it would add that much more realism. You know what I mean? Like you would have to care for, you wouldn't be as crazy.
Can I step in?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Imagine that there was the Prowler. Okay. Okay. Let's say the Prowler is. All right. This is what I see the system. You have your things like your quads, like your harassers. Those are free. Okay. You have 0 resources. You could still get one of these. Okay. It's because you have to be able to move your armies around.
Yeah.
But then let's say you have your Prowler, which is a huge tank for the TR. That costs resources, okay? So we're battling for 3 hours at this battle. Resources are dwindling. Do you know how important that Prowler would be?
Oh, yeah, big time.
Do you know how cool it would be to be the guy that took it down, or just how that would focus the army where here's this badass Prowler all upgraded, you know, you've got support groups for it, you've got engineers keeping it alive, you have people in the other army just trying to take down that Prowler because it's doing so much damage.
Or like how much devastating an armor column would be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you get this outfit, you know, the Smidley's bombers. You know, you're fighting on this planet forever, resources are dwindling, but this outfit saved up all these points. They get, you know, 10 Reavers, and they just completely, you know, win the battle. They save the day, and Smidley's bombers are, you know, they go down in history.
Heroes.
Now,
and there's the thing, it's like our outfit can be having something planned on Saturday. So it's like, hey, save your resources. We're doing it this Saturday. And then here's another idea which was popping in my head. We talked about how a guild could focus on a specific
outfit.
Sorry. Oh gosh, slap my hand. An outfit could focus on a specific, like be really the best tank thing.
There's talents, pretty much.
Yeah. What if one of your talents was, you know, this tank is cheaper?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And this needs to be in the game.
Okay, I have an alternate method that I just thought of, and you tell me what you think of this. Okay. Every vehicle, as long as you have the cert, is free, right? So let's say you go and you get a Prowler. The Prowler is yours, but like the time to get another Prowler is like a day. Or you can, and the alternative to that is you can use resources
to buy
it. So like the first one's free.
Oh, I like that.
That just means like, you know,
and you hop in that day. You're like,
yeah, if you don't play, or like maybe like a few days for like the super stuff.
Well, or no, maybe not days, but let's say hours.
Yeah, well, just like a while. Actually, I mean, I still like the thing where you have to, everything costs. Like the badass stuff costs money. And when you see that badass thing, you're like, wow, that guy's a badass.
Imagine like a mega mecha Godzilla. They can only have on the table or in the game like once a week. You know, you could plan raids
awesome
for that thing.
Yeah. Everybody pool up your resources because we're getting Mecha Godzilla, and it's going to be the greatest thing ever because everyone's going to see that thing and say, oh my god, this game is amazing. These guys got Mecha Godzilla, and this faction's going to say, this game is amazing. These guys foolishly saved up and got Mecha Godzilla, and we destroyed it. Smedley's bombers flew in, got the flank, blew it up, and that's like a cool story that will live forever in PlanetSide.
So we're talking about how cool that idea is. What are the negatives of that? Let's try to break that down.
I guess like people that don't play very often, but really want to get.
It keeps people away from, driving that Galaxy nonstop.
Yeah,
because if you're a Galaxy driver, and let's just say something goes wrong. Let's say you load up your Galaxy, you fly out, and you
crash,
kick your Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah.
All right, and you just crash straight into a cliff. Are you screwed for the next hour?
That would suck. That would suck.
Because one thing World of Warcraft taught me is you don't punish players.
For their internet and stuff, or
no, for things that they want to do. Because in EverQuest, you had to if you used your mana, you couldn't get mana back. You had to be really careful with that stuff. I'm just thinking of the negatives of not being able to
see. Yeah, for me, I'm gonna be playing PlanetSide 2 a lot, and I think it would be awesome. It's a good feeling to save up all those resources and get that Galaxy.
I agree with you.
So okay, possibly you can have low tier vehicles are free. Mm-hmm. Medium tiers ones are cheap.
So But all right, real quick, while you're on that, low tier are cheap. So do we need a low tier galaxy? Like
no, I don't think they should have. Okay, here's another thing I want to say. Something I think is to be PlanetSide. People that know the Osprey is that new helicopter, that kind of like the plane thing. SOE, like their studio is in was it Mira Mesa, right? Miramar.
But that's where
those things fly around nonstop in Miramar. Like whenever I drive around Miramar, I always see an Osprey, and it's always awesome. They have to get inspiration, from the Osprey because they look so badass. So like a smaller, more nimbler troop transport, a flying one.
So
like a
like
Black Hawk kind of thing.
your free tier of vehicles, you have your maybe 4 or 5 man transport. It's free. You don't get badass guns on it. It's not that armored, but you could still transport your friends.
Yeah.
And the whole time in your brain you're thinking, oh, it's gonna be so fun, guys! In 1 hour,
we're gonna get the
one. Galaxy.
We're gonna get that. Okay, so you have your low level tier, which is any dude can get. Medium tier, which is you can't play PlanetSide only on the weekends. You can still get that just by getting resources. It's not gonna cost that much. It'll be pretty badass. Like it can be maybe even like a Prowler can be mid level tier, and then you have your high level tier, which rewards the people,
which rewards your armies.
Well, like the people that love PlanetSide, they're gonna be rewarded because they're gonna have these a lot, and that I think that would kind of keep like a replay value.
Yeah,
I mean?
It would.
Like, oh man, I gotta get that Prowler.
A lot of the reason
Galaxy
people go for cool items in MMOs is because it makes them stand out.
Yeah, definitely. And if it's only like if you're putting a giant target on yourself, but you look like a badass doing it, I mean, that sounds pretty cool to me.
I'm okay with that. He invested his points into this. Let him.
And I mean, they can be totally badass. If it takes you like a week to get it, and you're just a badass for like an hour until you get shot down, or like if you got to be super careful because you don't want this thing to blow up, I think that'd still be fun.
Yeah, it can't be to the point where it's like 1v20 I win.
No, yeah, no.
But
okay, can you imagine this? You spent a week worth of your points on this super badass Galaxy or something like that.
Maybe it's an outfit vehicle.
Outfit?
You have to spend your outfit. Like not one guy could get it, but like your whole outfit has to invest points in it.
Yeah, that'd be something cool too.
Yeah.
Okay, but check it out. So you spend all your points on this thing. You save it for a week. You get this badass thing. And you're like flying over base, poning all the noobs, and you're like, uh-oh, guys, everybody's shooting at us. Our health is going down. We're at 30%. Like, we got to get out of here. And we're like driving, still getting shot. 20%, and then we're like, oh my god, we're at 10%.
We're not gonna make it, Captain.
And then we're like, oh my god, 2% left. We made it out of there. Like that would be so much fun.
You just had a whole moment in your brain that you enjoyed, and I enjoyed.
I just had fun right there. Wasn't playing the game. Well, is there anything else you want to say about that? Like spending points? I think that's a great idea, guys. You can have that one for free.
No, but I would like to see it. I would like to see. I mean, they brought up this resource system. It's in the game. Take advantage of it. If you save your resources points up and you have a silencer on your gun, I don't care. No one's gonna notice. You worked hard for that. If you save your research points and get a pointy hat instead of a normal hat,
a wizard hat,
I don't care. But if you save your points up, and I'm sitting on a mountain, and then you see the NC buttholes.
Yeah.
If you see the NC buttholes right up with their Vanguard column that they saved maybe for the last just let's say like 3 hours of playing. They saved up 3 hours worth of resources. They deserve to be seen and recognized and do damage. And when I played WoW, I never farmed. I was not good at it. I couldn't do it. I'd spend my points on little things.
Well, okay. Remember like in vanilla WoW where it's like you had the PvP system? And it was like, man, you grind all that week and you hope to get that next rank up.
Yeah.
But once you get that next rank up, you can get that next set of gear. Like everyone sees you're a little bit more cool, So it's like you would farm PvP and, like what am I trying to say here? Just like, man, I'm gonna get that thing and it's gonna be awesome.
It gives me a reason to be.
And
on
even
there.
it's like 3 hours. You're like, you log on at 6, and you're like, or like you log on at 5. You're like, dude, at 8 o'clock, we're just gonna
We're gonna
It's
be
gonna be so
fun.
badass, man. I cannot wait for 8 o'clock. So in that 3 hours, you're like, you're still killing stuff. You're still having fun time, but you're like, it's 2 hours later. Like 2 hours, we're gonna be, we're making owning all the noobs.
You're making a checklist of everyone that pissed you off.
Yeah, exactly.
In 2 hours, I'm gonna come get you.
1 hour, oh my god, I can't wait. And then you get that thing, and you just own everybody for an hour. Not everybody. You don't own, but you do better.
You play carefully.
Yeah, and then you die, and you're like, oh my god, 3 hours, man, I'm going to do it again. It's going to be so much fun. I think that would make the game awesome.
I do agree with you. And, we've talked about this, I think, we both had that kind of opinion that's what the game was going to be. Mm-hmm. Back before PlanetSide 2 was announced, I mean, we were talking about what we would like to see in an MMO, and that was it. That was in there. This resource system needs to be more than that. Mm. And let me say this too: the most fun I've ever had in WoW PvP was in vanilla when we were fighting for that rank.
Oh yeah, big time.
And there's a difference between I never made rank 14. Friends of mine did. I think I made rank 11, which is still pretty far up there. I was very proud of that. Mm. And to this day, when I see a Grand Marshal or a High Warlord, that is cool.
Yeah, dude, legit.
That is cool, especially back then when you saw one.
Oh yeah. You see that nice gold armor, that paladin walk around, all gold.
Do you know I soloed 2 Grand Marshal or 2 High Warlord warriors at Goldmine once?
Were you a warlock?
I was a rogue, undergeared rogue. I soloed them. That is a true story.
You heard it here, folks.
You heard it here, folks. But yeah, this resource system should be like that. Mm-hmm. And in your opinions this is really, really sensitive subject. I'm sure there's a lot of different opinions, and so far it looks like it's not going the way we want it. Hmm. It's going the way of, hey, my gun is golden now.
Yeah, shoots paintballs. Little 007.
Yeah,
I don't know where I got that from.
Because I said golden gun.
Yeah, there it is.
It looks like it's not going that way, and that's where we're gonna hope to steer it that way.
And you know what? If it doesn't, we'll make our own game.
We'll make our own game. Planet
Back.
Planet Back.
7.
All right. So
is there anything else on that? Topic?
Honestly, there is. I would like to see everyone's opinions on this.
Yeah,
and maybe we'll get back to it.
Comment, yay, nay. Oh, here's another thing that I want to see. Pilots being able to hot drop. What do you think about that?
No, they have to stay in their plane.
I think so too.
Yeah, you can't just disappear through the bottom.
I think Liberators and stuff. It's a 3-man bomber. If you're getting bombed, I don't think you should be able to eject.
That if you take out the ejection from those other planes, it makes Galaxy drops that much cooler.
Exactly. You go up in that ship, you die with the ship. I think that's how it should be.
So you can't. We said the low tier, like a 5-man transport that we were talking about. That should be able to do it. Like you should have your. It's just now I have in my head this image of Bulbasaur. Okay.
What?
Hold on. No, let's go with Charmander.
The tiers.
Yeah, you got Charmander, and he could do these things, but he's not that good at it. And then next you got
Wait, are you talking about Charmeleon or Bulbasaur?
That's a Charmander.
Oh, Charmander. You got Charmeleon.
Level
16.
He could carry a few more, but he could, and he's maybe a little more armor. He does those things better. But
Charmander, level 32, he becomes a dick. He doesn't listen to you.
Charizard.
Oh yeah, Charizard.
You do not have enough badges to train.
What level is it? Is it 34 or 36?
32.
I don't know, something.
But
comment.
What I'm saying is, yeah, you have your drop, your escort planes, your transport planes. They could do it, but mosquitoes and reavers shouldn't be able to.
I agree.
Well, we haven't disagreed about anything in a while.
Yeah, but we really want to hear your feedback, especially if you support our idea, because maybe then people else would understand.
Yeah, if you don't like our idea, go kick rocks.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully, I think that I'm excited for the game. I would be way more excited if that happened.
I'm excited for the game. Let's make this game the best game we can by just throwing our opinions around.
Yeah, you should pretty much just listen to us. SOE can hire us. We're like 20 minutes away.
SOE can't hire us.
Yeah, there you go. We're just one call away. You have our numbers. We have yours. Let's make it happen.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to work. I don't know. I wouldn't want to work for SOE.
I would want to work with SOE.
Well, that's probably a lie. I did. I am starting my new job soon.
That's right. One day.
So yeah, this is pretty much just a quick podcast we came up with. Anything else you want to talk
about?
Well,
it's 30 minutes long.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I think we covered a lot of stuff. Do you want to talk about shields?
Oh no.
Okay, next episode, shields.
But if you guys have any opinions on, basically what I want to hear from you is, do you think we should be able to buy, or you'd have to buy the more higher end vehicles? Do you think that
Buy
dropping
with resources?
with resources? Do you think that dropping out of your planes hot drops should be specifically for?
Well, I think there should be, like, you have your planes and like transport planes. People inside can hot drop. Not the pilot. You got to go down with that ship. And the planes, there's no hot dropping.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I think you just gotta man up.
They don't have
I mean, if you die, you're gonna come back. So why even bother?
Real quick, and just SOE in case you're listening, this is a really good opportunity for them to make some of those. No, I think that's buying power discussion.
What are you saying?
But let's say you want that Galaxy, you pay like $5 and you get the Galaxy right away.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. That's
definitely
if that's
buying
our
power.
idea, dude. You guys can make millions of dollars, man.
Millions of dollars.
Who wants to be
Or-
a millionaire?
What was Guinea? You could make $1 zillion. All right. So that was PlanetSide Podcast episode 4. Hope you all enjoyed it.
Check out our lore stuff.
Check out our lore stuff. We that was a lot of fun to make. And please comment,
Subscribe.
poke us on Facebook. Do you have a Facebook? We don't have a Facebook. Come poke us.
I
on
have a
ours.
Facebook.
I do. I'm not.
You know our names. Add us. We can go on our farms, shoo away foxes, water our watermelons. Let's make it happen.
Our Twitter account's coming up tonight. We haven't picked up the name yet.
I don't know.
Probably
PlanetSide Podcast at Twitter, or something like that. I don't know how Twitter works.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But check out more. There's gonna be more stuff. Hopefully good stuff. And that's all we gotta say. PlanetSide Podcast is not good, but it happened. Goodbye.